Did you know? The Moorish American button worn by members of the Moorish Science Temple of America and carries profound spiritual and cultural symbolism based on the teachings of Noble Drew Ali. The crescent moon and star, Islamic symbols, connect Moorish Americans to their Moabite heritage. The crescent signifies enlightenment and progress, while the star represents divine guidance or the five core principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Together, they link followers to a shared spiritual and cultural lineage. In metaphysical symbolism, the moon represents the mother, nurturing, intuitive, and protective, guiding growth and enlightenment. The star stands for the child, symbolizing new life, potential, and the continuation of family wisdom and mission, embodying hope and renewal. The crescent, shaped by the sun's shadow, represents the unseen father, a hidden yet crucial paternal force that empowers life. This unseen father reflects the enduring influence of ancestry and divine guidance. This triadic symbolism, mother, child, and unseen father, reflects natural and spiritual principles, emphasizing unity, heritage, and continuity. Moorish teachings celebrate this interconnected relationship, showing how each role contributes to individual and collective upliftment. The symbol serves as a reminder for members to elevate themselves and their communities in alignment with a divine legacy.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Get started as soon as I check on something real quick. I just gotta check on something real quick. Islam. Peace and love to the Moors. Happy Holy Day. To all Moors and Muslims. Oh, of course. Okay, Islam. Peace and love. I was just checking something real quick. And I'm gonna get into it. Peace and love. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate y'all. I'm looking at planetary hours because I'm trying to surf, if you know what that means. No, surf, ride the waves. And I know astrology, that's cool, but apparently you can actually, let me turn off this AC real quick. Apparently you can pinpoint, alright. Yes, Friday, the day of Venus, so I spend the day of Venus cleaning the temple, so to speak. But anyway, so astrology, you can use that for to pick the right date, but you can really do some good stuff if you can pick the right time too, just like your rising sign. A good example is I'm a twin, all right? Those rising signs do play a big part. I have an identical twin sister, right? We're actually mirror twins. I'm right-handed, she's left-handed, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on too. But the difference between us is like night and day. It really is. She's very, very worldly, I'll put it like that, and I'm very invested in our people, that kind of thing. And we're only 10 minutes apart. Same day, same mother, same household, and we're only 10 minutes apart. And it's crazy how different we are. So I'm just like, okay, let me see if I can actually exploit that and use it to set stuff up. And I said, oh, great, at the beginning of this, because I'm doing this during the hour of the moon. And for whatever reason, the hour of the moon doesn't work for me, right? I'm guessing it's not working for my businesses either. But I'm going to just focus on me to keep it simple. And I think I know why. This is a free tip. I have my moon conjunct Saturn, right? Saturn dries out whatever it's touching. So I'm guessing during the hour of the moon, my chart is affecting that and drying out any benefits that the moon might have had. So I try to avoid the hour of the moon, but somehow, some way, this is the second or third week in a row of me doing this where I wound up doing it during the hour of the moon, even though I was trying to avoid it. Anyway, so Islam again, I'm going to try to keep this short. I bring up astrology because what Moors should be very well-rounded as in all 360 degrees of knowledge, not just stuck at what I'm comfortable with, some people, most people. I'll say all people except Moors, right? That's why the world is all jacked up. But I'll be getting into that too. All right. If I feel a little rushed, it's because it's been a rough day. All right. I don't know if you all have been feeling it. I'm glad I did bring up the astrology. I don't know if you all have been feeling it too. But today is Friday, April 25th, 6 p.m.-ish. Right? I try to do these around 6 p.m. Eastern time, so you'll have something to discuss or ask your temple leadership with if you attend temple meetings, right? But yeah, it's been a rough day, but I love astrology, so I'm just like, this is a transit. This is not something permanent. By that I mean we're approaching a conjunction, unless it already happened. It doesn't look like it already happened. I'm looking at I have an astrology calendar. Okay, it doesn't look like it's already happened. Oh, it's happening tomorrow. That's why I feel so bad today. So there's an approaching conjunction or opposition of Mars and Pluto. If you subscribe to Pluto, which I'm going to start doing. If you know me, I never did before, but I might start doing it just because I feel this today. But there's an opposition between Mars and Pluto, right? Mars is in Leo, lots of fire, fire, fire. Pluto is in Aquarius, trying to switch some stuff up. So whereas some people want all the attention on them, Leo, so they can probably kick some nonsense like a war off, Aries, right, as in Mars. On the opposite side is Pluto. It's an Aquarius. I love that it's an Aquarius. It just came out of Capricorn. And if you don't know any, I'm going to try to keep this short because this was not my topic for tonight. If you know any astrology, okay, before Europeans put their, fathers of lies, put their stuff up in there, talking about Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, the ones we cannot see without an instrument. And it's one of the instruments they have control over, which I'm wondering, are you putting something on those lenses? Anyway, original astrology was based off of what you can see with the unaided eye, okay? And that stops at Saturn, all right? Again, I said I might be considering reversing this perspective because before the introduction or imposition of Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, right? All the planets rule, except for the moon and the sun, they all ruled two signs. Venus rules, or still rules. Venus still rules Taurus and Libra. Okay, Gemini or Mercury still rules Gemini and Virgo. Okay. Only the moon only rules Cancer. The sun only rules Leo. All right. Mars originally ruled Aries and Scorpio, but the modern ruler of Scorpio is Pluto. All right. This is real quick. I'm gonna get into this. Please remember, we're dealing with an opposition between Mars and Pluto. Mars is in Leo. Pluto is in Aquarius. Mars is being controlled by the sun right now. Pluto is being controlled by Saturn. I bring that up for a reason, which is again why I might be switching this up. Today has been very tight. That's the best way I can describe it. You might want to just be tuning into yourself, feeling your feelings, right? And if you want to get on here, it's going to be a minute because I want to just get through this first. But if you want to join in, please feel free to click the camera button to ask to join in. And then once I'm done, we can discuss what I just talked about, right? I think that'll be great. Anyway, so I don't want to spend too much time on this. Saturn. I bring up the ancient and the modern rulers because I don't give too much credit to the modern rulers because I can't see them unless I buy something from the European. All right. Saturn rules. It was a double-bodied or two-sided sign too. Mars used to rule Aries and Scorpio. Now Pluto rules Scorpio. Saturn used to rule Capricorn and Aquarius. Why do I bring that up? Because Saturn is the traditional ruler of swarthy-skinned people. It's the traditional ruler of the real lawgiver, the true lawgiver, which is why it's exalted in Libra. Saturn is exalted in Libra. And it also rules stuff you can't get rid of. It also rules stuff that takes a long time to earn. Okay? So right now, Saturn is opposing, or I'm sorry, Pluto is opposing Mars. So if you're feeling something like things are getting tight, things are getting difficult, just remember you're on the favorite side because if you subscribe to Pluto, it's in a sign that favors us. It just came out of Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, which rules swarthy-skinned people who will not go away. Now it's moved into the next sign that rules. This is the only sign that rules two signs that are right next to each other. I got to look into why that is. It's really interesting. Both of these oppose the sun and the moon, but they're right next to. Saturn rules two signs that are right next to each other, and both of those signs oppose both the sun and the moon. That's a lot of power. That is a lot of power. And Saturn is the boundary of the known universe, that kind of thing. The known, the kind of thing I can see with my unaided eye. Not saying that that's it. That's just what I can see with my unaided eye. Anyway, I brought out all that up to say, if you're feeling kind of tight, good. That means you're in tune. All right? But you're on the right side of history. So be happy. All right? So real quick, some announcements. I'm 10 minutes in almost. Real quick, some announcements. The Moorish Meetup happening in May on the 9th through the 10th, right? All day, all night. All details are on CalifaMedia.com, and they are also on CertifiedMoorish.com and org. All right? All right. And, of course, I always got my notes because I respect your time. And this will be an opportunity for networking and building, right? And I'm going to bring this up because I've been tagging along with Grand Sheik Cujo Adwoel on his Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, and Justice tour, right? It's like, oh, you got another tour set up? I want to join in and have a Moorish meetup along with that. So you have your lecture, and we're going to set up a whole bunch of events around it. That's the masculine and feminine, all right? The guys, they like, I got to go somewhere. And the women, in philanthropy, who's setting up those soirees? It's the women. And the guys fund it, and they tell all the other guys to show up. But, all the events were planned by the women. So, if you want to, it's an opportunity for networking and building. By that, I mean, I'll be bringing the business part. And since he ain't here, and I think he's doing a live right now, you bogus for that. Because I don't know if you know, but I schedule these every night for 6 p.m. Every Friday at 6 p.m., Grand Sheik Cujo Adwoel. And I think he's doing a live right now. I'm not going to assume malicious intent, but I'm about to approach that because this is 2 weeks in a row. All right? So remind yourself to click this and send it to him as a warning. Notice, right? But anyway, I'm going to ask him if I can speak. All right? He does all the mundane stuff, like let me take you into your soul, right? My thing is, let me show you how to navigate these realms. Because I'm good at it. He's good at that. I'm good at that. If you saw our charts, you would see why this is going on. Because I do astrology. I have his chart, right? And we get along very well. And we work together very well. He does that side. I do this side. He has his lane. I have my lane. And neither the two shall cross until we meet up in a meetup, right? So if y'all want to, I'll be there. And I'm going to have to let him know, like, yeah, I'm feeling some kind of way. So if you want me to stop feeling some kind of way, you're going to have to let me speak at this thing this time. All right. Anyway, so that's that. And since I bring that up, we always have through mercycharities.org, right? You can donate on Instagram, and I need to set it up on the website. We have a Sheiks travel fund going on because the Sheiks are traveling, trying to get the word out. It's kind of like missionary work. I'm not into it, but I support those who are because I know it's necessary. You are going to get the ones we need. I'm focusing on the ones we have. But I do want to, what is that noise? Anyway, I want to contribute to your mission, right? Especially because something's twitching. It's like, whatever. Because the ones I'm working with are generating commerce, right? And I'll be getting into that. They're generating commerce so we can support you to go get more of our people to support this commerce. And that's one of the things I'll hopefully be speaking about in May. All right, so that's on Instagram and coming soon to mercycharities.org, riseofthemoors.org, CalifaMedia.com, and CertifiedMoorish.com. I got a lot going on. All right, last thing for the announcements. Cool. New addition to the Friday Roundup. This thing, right? I don't want to just be sitting here talking about what's going on in my little circle. Like, okay, we got the Moorish Meetup, right? That's very, sequestered. I'm talking about Certified Moorish. That's very sequestered. It's just us Moors, right? But I'm just like, okay, that could get boring after a while, right? So I'm going to start my new, what is that I want to call it? Structure, right? Is announcements, right? Like I've been doing. My main idea, right? I'm going to start introducing to this after I've like spoken about my main topic, news during this week that inspired that main topic. Because people might be wondering, like, why is she even bringing this up? There's a reason. It's not like I'm just like, I feel this way. It's based on some stuff I've been seeing out in the world that I'm trying to help us navigate around, and again, and hence the astrology as well, if that makes any sense. All right. And I apologize if I come off a little intense. It's been a rough day. And I'm the only adult in the house with 3 other young people, and I have to mitigate their stuff while trying not to snap out and crash out myself. So, main idea. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that this message may be spread widely to assist in our mission to normalize Moorish. Render unto Caesar. Okay? That was the name of, or that is the name of this presentation. Render unto Caesar. That goes back, of course, to Jesus' statement of render unto Caesar what is Caesar, and what is unto the Lord what is the Lord's. All right. Do you belong to Caesar or do you belong to the Lord? Right? I bring this up because I was looking at a book called Modern Money Mechanics. Right? I understood it. I'm like, I see how it can work. Why? And I've tried some of this stuff. Why isn't it working for me? Why am I not seeing other Moors who are doing the same thing? Not black folks, Moors. They're implementing these same things and it's not working for them. They tried it, it didn't work, and they switched to something else that I also switched to that did work. And I'm going to get into that, right? So I posit modern money mechanics, as in just basically paper, green paper, right? Doesn't work for us because it was created by people whose very existence is set up to be against us. All right? Their whole existence is against us, right? So I'm suggesting trying separation. That's what I tried. My thing is, I'm not going to contribute to your system by working for any part of your system, as in being employed by any of the people you give permission to be over here. This is a Certified Moorish sort of plug. CertifiedMoorish.org. Get your 508 Incorporation kit. Start your own business and come out of her, my people. All right. Anyway, that's what I mean by separation. Get your 508 Incorporation Toolkit kit and come out of her. Stop working with these people. Start working with our people. This is not to go against what Noble Drew Ali said, where why is the European helping me, but not you? Not participating, okay? You can contribute funds. I will not work with you unless I'm selling something to you, right? I'm not going to buy jack from you. I love how the Japanese said it, right? It was a Japanese statement. At least I heard it from a Japanese guy, where he said, if there's a Japanese guy making shoelaces, I will move heaven and earth to buy those shoelaces from him before anybody else. But, that's only if we have that option, i.e., please set up some businesses. So that's that. All right. I heard a Moor recently say, right, that the women need to be making more moves. I'm sitting, and it's a woman. If you all have been, like, paying any attention to anything that I've been doing, I'm like, I need to do more? Excuse me, what? Okay. Let me let you keep talking because I don't want to cut you off because that's disrespectful. So women need to be doing more in this movement, and that's where it stopped. And I'm just like, wow, that's interesting, especially since the prophet presented the woman as passed out from doing too much already. So you're saying we need to do more. I don't think that's the solution, right? I think that's the problem. Our women need to do more. And the problem is the brothers who say stuff like that, right? Our women already coddle the brothers enough, okay? And that's thanks to the so-called Willie Lynch thing. I'm not saying Willie Lynch was real or the letter was real, but the concept is definitely real. And disclaimer, if you come from somewhere that is not part of the contiguous United States, Most specifically, the southern part of those United States, hush. Don't say nothing. You have no idea what you don't know. It could fill a book. Please just act like you know. You don't know because you don't know. All right? So we coddle our brothers. I don't know what it is like on the islands or anywhere else. Our women coddle our brothers. So to just say something like that in passing is like, oh, the white man didn't do nothing that bad. Our people did much worse. Or no. Maybe where you come from. Not here. No. All right. Yeah, we might have like stabbed each other in the back metaphorically, but they actually did it. All right. After they strung us up. So yeah, stop it. Anyway, I don't think our women need to be doing more. I think our men need to be doing more. All right. This is not a diss. This is a challenge. Don't men like challenges? All right. Our women, when I say we don't need to be doing more, it's as in our women, the ones, even the sleepy Moors, we are the most degreed demographic in this country. Did you know that? People like, now Asians have more degrees than y'all collectively. When we speak, let's compare so-called black women to so-called Asian women, and then let's see what those numbers look like. And I'm not talking about bachelors. I'm talking about all the way up to post-doctorate. Did you know that? Which is why, who was it? I think it was some Wall Street bank had decided to invest $1 billion in black women entrepreneurs, and it got snatched away because the black men sued saying, where's ours? Where's ours? Why can't men take care of us too? So I think our women are doing enough. That's a demonstration of our women are doing enough. Not only are we acting as providers, we are keeping this nation in existence by like having families. Families only, this is not like all. This is not an all or none thing. It's some and most, right? Because I'm a testament to a family that my mother and father were married before I was born. I'm not going to say the family was intact. You know, that marriage is a flex. That's about it, right? Sometimes it's just a flex. It's not what it really is, what it's supposed to be. But I'm just saying, most of our community is being run by the women because our men won't help us build the first level of nationhood. This is a challenge, right? I'm not dissing y'all. I'm not complaining. But it is so easy. Well, she should have chose better. Yeah, where is he, though? It's so easy to blame the one that stayed, all right? Maybe we should do away with this, what is that, the star? That's the lonely child, right? But our symbol is the star and crescent. It's a moon, a child, and the father you can't see. It's his shadow, right? We need to stop this crap. And the women can't make dudes be men. Men have to be men. Men have to make men be men, all right? I think I told you all the children I grew up with, their fathers were married to their mothers because my father pressured these men to get married to make my friends. All right? I think I'm still in touch with one of them, right? But it's just like we need some help. We need help, right? They said the corrupted Bible says that woman was made to help man. But it's just like, wait a minute, I gotta help our women specifically. I have to like do what it takes to provide for myself. And it's, well, I got to do this for the children too, right? I need help. I'm the one that needs help, right? I want to be a lioness. This is me personally. I'm speaking for me personally. I want to be a lioness where I have all my little cubs, you know, giving the lion hell because they're just climbing on him, biting him, pulling his tail while I go out and get the resources because that's what I'm good at. You want to relax, lion? I'm okay with that. Are you going to call a lion a punk? I dare you. Call a lion a punk. I dare you. Right? And their society's intact. I want to be a lioness. Right? And you do know lion prides can't exist without the males. They go out, they mate, and then they create the pride with their sisters to help them protect the cubs until they find a worthy male. But the worthy male is not a requisite. His job is basically to keep the other males away. It's like, wow, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't need you. But we don't need you. We want you. That kind of thing. Would you rather be needed or wanted? I would much rather be wanted. All right? That kind of thing. And I don't think women, no, we're not supposed to be the helpers. I think guys are supposed to I think helper might be not the right word. Manager is a better word. All right? I'm really good at doing stuff once I know what to do. That's how I operate. My children, oh my God, what's for dinner? I want blah. On it. Thank you. That was half the job. Figuring out what to do. The rest, you made that part so easy. Whoo, watch me work, watch me work. All right. I'm speaking for myself and the women that I'm around. That kind of thing. Am I lying? No. Right? This is not to say women submit. Women submit. I don't have to tell you that. If you've been around a worthy enough men, do you not melt? That melt is also known as submission. Well, tell me whatever you wish, sir. That's submission. It's because of however he's presenting himself, right? And if he can back it up, give him 20 children if you can. That kind of thing. So then he'll raise sons that do the same thing. But that's just me. That's just my thought. All right. So why did I bring this up in the first place? Again, it was because I heard a Moor saying women need to do more. Boy, no, that's not the thing. I think our men need to do more and then give the women something to respond to, right? Open a business. I'm not asking men to do anything serious. I'm going to ask you to do something I know you can do. And if you can't, I know you can do it. And if you need some help, that's what I'm here for. And I want to help you because I need some people to work with. All right. Open a business. Anything. Because right now, I'm trying to help other Moors open businesses because I need some help. And I do not want to hire people where I got to I got to teach you for 2 years to get you up to speed. Then we can get to work. I don't want to do all that. Right. I'd rather deal with Moors that know they're Moors and are ready to go and are especially sick of working for other people. That kind. Make your own hours. And what happens after you do that? No, you will not become a millionaire overnight, but you might become one in 20 years. Usually, I look at businesses like children. How long does it take a child to become profitable? About 20 years, right? And then, yeah, I'm in my 40s or 50, but now I can kick back because my child got it. Get it? My child is now taking care of me. And I would love to have our people set up businesses so that these businesses are employment opportunities for our children to come to us to look for those same opportunities. All right? It's just crazy. We're producing the batteries for our enemies because we don't have anywhere to plug them up. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Actually, I take that back. I'm not ashamed of myself because I just taught my 8-year-old. She'll be 9 this year. I just taught my 8-year-old. I insisted strongly that she learn how to use Zapier. I need some help. Right? I know I can learn how to use it. I will learn how to use it, but I want to make sure you know how to use it so I can offload that to you. And then with these Moors that I'm helping set up businesses, I'll be able to suggest you as a business to work with to get their Zapier set up. Right? She did that for about an hour. Then the next hour, this because she's homeschooled. Next hour we worked on AI. I'm using AI. I don't want to talk too loud because she might hear me. I'm using AI to get this girl to read because I'm telling her, like, look, you can go on here and you like pictures? Because she's a double Leo with her Mercury and Virgo at the degree of Leo. This girl is creativity max. So I'm just like, oh, this is why she knows astrology. So now I know how to steer her ship, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to show you how to make your own pictures on AI. But you have to know how to talk to this thing. The only way you know how to talk to this thing is if you know how to communicate well. The only way you know how to communicate well is if you read. You see that light? You see that behind me, right? That's one of my shelves of the 3 in this room. There's a bookcase in every room except the bathroom in this house. All right? I even got bookcases in the closet. So I'm using AI to help her learn how to become a prompt engineer at the age of 8. Because I need some help. All right? So, yeah. And then it's like I'm setting her up to be able to market this to other Moors. Like, I need your help. And then once you're good at it, I'll be able to tell Moors, oh, you need that too? Talk to my child. You need something started, though, right? So that's what I mean about give our children a future that is invested in their future by setting up your business now, right? Because these, okay, it's 30 minutes. I'm about to wrap this up. These, I don't know what to call them. I'm not trying to like do the Jewish thing and be calling people cows, but I'm like, it's them and us. It really is them and everybody else, right? These people are snapping out. And I don't like poetry, but I like some poetry. And some poetry I like it's like usually the stuff that gets snuck on me. So my first boyfriend took me to some event on our college campus, and it turned out to be the Last Poets, if you know who these people are. I never heard of them before, and then I looked them up like, oh my God, I just saw them for free for just like that out the blue. And one of the poems they presented that evening was, "The white man's got a God complex." That's exactly how they kept saying. If you're familiar, look it up. It's on YouTube. They sing it the same way, or they recite it the same way every time they present it. The white man's got a God complex. All right? And I said it last week. They really do think that if they control us, they are God. And I can see why, right? Because who did God put as his chosen people? So if you gain control over that, why wouldn't you, and then manage to maintain it, why wouldn't you think that? Why wouldn't you try to maintain something like that? I don't like that. So I like proving y'all wrong. I love making y'all look stupid, right? Because I grew up in NOI. I never bowed to a white Jesus. I was taught that everybody is lying. Everybody's lying, right? Except my own people. But I grew up NOI in a very, very sheltered, like small community. So I could trust the people I was around, that kind of thing. And they told me who not to trust. Anyway, these people are trying to prove that they're still in control. And as long as you are supporting that, it works. All right? This is the second weekend where these people, these foreigners who are this admitted nation of immigrants is fighting over who should make the policy and control and all that stuff of a land they admit that they're not from. You all should be outraged. I know I am. Every time I hear it, I have to be like, God, Allah, 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 Allah. I just keep saying Allah, 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 Allah. I say it over and over again because I recognize that this is a setup. Satan is trying to get me to say, where's your God? Where's your God? Like I haven't read the scriptures, right? Where's your God now? Where's your God? I've heard that part. It came up a lot. So whenever that says, like, see, they fighting over your stuff. They trying to tell you who going to be running your stuff. Allah, 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 Allah. I don't know what else to say. That's all I say. Allah. And then it occurred to me today, I'm just a witness. Y'all are indicting yourselves. You think you hurting me, you're destroying yourselves. So keep it right up. Meanwhile, I'm going to prove that you are not God by setting up my own successful business and bringing my people with me. And then, you've seen that, I don't know if you've ever seen that image. It's a table, right? A table with all these fat Europeans around it. And they got all these indigenous people under the table. And the caption says, once you stand up, the game ends. Once you stand up, the game ends. They're using paper instead of that gold. Why are they using paper instead of gold? Because they didn't have no gold to trade with us, right? That's all they got, chalk and cabbages. I teach my children that all the time. They had to impose rations and paper on all their colonies because they didn't have anything to trade except chalk and cabbages, all right? Y'all should look at a real map and see how all these countries came up because our people won't stand up. Look at the difference between Portugal and Brazil. The difference between England and America. You look big because you're wearing my clothes. All right? I'm just saying, enough. Since some brother said the women need to do more, there's my more. Because I can't do no more. I really can't, right? And why did the news that got me to this point. And if y'all want to join in, please join in. Even though it's 35 minutes, we cut it off here because the weekend approacheth. And what time is it? Because I don't want to keep people from their meetings. Actually, I'm going to have to cut it short because it's 6:45. I do not want to keep people from their meetings. The news that got me hot. So, apparently in the age of Trump 2.0, there are colonists roaming our lands pretending to be ICE agents. They are going up. They just got a cap with ICE. How hard is that to make? How is hard? I can order that from Amazon. They got a cap that says ICE on it, walking up to brown people saying, you need to come with me. These people are going with them. Do you know why? Why would you go with them? Because they recognize them as Americans. You should be outraged. What if you, Moore, tried to go snatch one of these people up saying you need to raise up off my land? Who are you? A pink colonial cave beast does it. Oh, okay. You should be outraged. All right? The other nations, again, in the era of Trump 2.0. I love it. Because, dude, if you saw his chart, that dude, I'm trying to he's a dirty bomb. He's a dirty bomb. He looks harmless, but he's just sitting there destroying you slowly. And you just letting it sit there happening, right? In fact, you wouldn't even pick them up. Anyway, the other nations are trying to figure out how to get around tariffs right now, right? Placed there by the pink colonial cave beast. So his history teaches us that the first devastations, and they're already starting to show up. I don't know about you, but my needs are small. I keep my needs small. It's very easy to make me happy. Like, it's stupid easy to make me happy because I don't desire much, right? So I went to the stores, like I buy the same thing all the time. Why wasn't I went to the store last week, and when I was finished with my order the week before, it said maybe $35 for like maybe 6-7 items, right? I go to the store, buy the same exact items this week, and I scanned 3 of them. I have 6. I have scanned 3, and it's already up to $25. I told you what was it? Carrots, peppers, and maybe like some veggie sausage because I was cooking out, right? I'm like, okay, that's fine. Y'all are raising the prices in anticipation of what might happen because of what this foreigner said. I have to suffer more because of what this foreigner said. Oh, wait, isn't that how it goes? They always know the impact of their abuse by looking at how it happens to us first. You might want to start a business, all right? Because people are out here saying it is so hard to find jobs. It is so hard to find jobs. Who do you think that's hitting the hardest right now? Our children. The children of the pink colonial cave beasts are complaining about the difficulties living on these lands. How do you think our children are faring? I'm thinking about that. Are you? Since the brothers want the women to be doing more. How about that? Are y'all thinking about our children? I am. I'm obsessed with them. But I have a Leo moon, so yes, I have an unhealthy obsession with children. Like, I want to help them type of thing. I love children. I love them. I can't stand babies, but I love children. And Trump, last one. This is the one that should really get y'all hot. The national parks. You know, if you're not familiar with the term plausible deniability, all right, Europeans love this one, especially in this administration known as the United States of America. I call it an administration because everything's an administration. That's what the name of it is, right? So their plausible deniability is we never hear the names, right? Mississippi, Chicago, Illinois. Those are not European names. We never hear y'all stuff, right? Never hear the names. And you had all the time in the world to go to your to migrate to designated areas known as national parks, right? Which is why you can camp out in them. If you did not know that, that's part of their plausible deniability. Y'all didn't have to live in the ghetto. You could have moved to the national parks. That was put out for the nationals. So now Trump is opening up the national parks to mining to benefit the United States federal government, aka the Virginia Company. If you didn't know, they just changed their name from the Virginia Company to the United States of America. So he's doing this to benefit the United States and private pink colonial cave beast entities. You should be outraged. So I think I'm going to add that in. I want to make y'all mad because I love that saying from American Gods. Shit, or angry gets shit done. So yeah, I'm going to try my best to piss y'all off so maybe we can get some stuff going. All right. So that's all I got. It's long. Am I done before 7? It's 6:50. I'm done until next week. If y'all want to hit me up, I am Sister Tahida Najil of CalifaMedia.com, MercyCharities.org and com, CertifiedMoorish.org and com, and RiseUpTheMoors.org and com. You can contact me through any of those. All right. And I will see you again this time next week, 6 p.m. Eastern on Instagram Live. And until then, y'all be cool. Go read your Quran or go to a meeting, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and love, and bye, y'all. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate y'all. Peace. That's what's up.